In the heart of the 19th century, Karl Marx, a German philosopher, unveiled a chilling consequence of capitalism: alienation. This concept, deeply rooted in his critique of the capitalist system, reveals the profound impact on human existence and social relations. He argued that capitalism, with its relentless pursuit of profit, dehumanizes individuals, severing the vital connections we crave. The system prioritizes profit over people, reducing human beings to mere instruments of production. Imagine a world where individuals become cogs in a machine, estranged from their labor, their communities, their very selves. This estrangement is not just physical, but deeply psychological, affecting our sense of identity and purpose. Marx's theory of alienation paints a bleak picture of how capitalism distorts our relationships with the world around us. It shows how the system's focus on efficiency and productivity strips away the human element from work. We become strangers to our work, our communities, and even our own nature. This alienation extends beyond the workplace, infiltrating our social interactions and personal lives. This profound sense of disconnection, Marx argued, has devastating consequences for individuals and society as a whole. It leads to a loss of meaning and fulfillment, creating a society where people feel isolated and unfulfilled. Instead of finding fulfillment and purpose in our work, we are reduced to mere instruments of production. Our creativity and individuality are stifled, leading to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. We become alienated from the fruits of our labor, from the very act of creation. The products of our work no longer feel like extensions of ourselves, but rather foreign objects. This alienation seeps into our social lives, eroding the bonds of community and shared purpose. It creates a world where individuals feel disconnected from each other, leading to a fragmented and divided society. Marx identified four key dimensions of alienation. First, we experience alienation from the product of our labor. Workers on an assembly line, for example, may produce goods they can't afford or even recognize. Second, we become alienated from the process of work itself. Repetitive, specialized tasks offer little room for creativity or control, leaving workers feeling like robots rather than human beings. Third, we experience alienation from our fellow human beings. Capitalism fosters competition and individualism, undermining our sense of community and shared purpose. We become rivals rather than collaborators, driven by self-interest rather than collective well-being. Finally, Marx argued that capitalism alienates us from nature. As we become increasingly focused on production and consumption, we lose sight of our interconnectedness with the natural world. This separation from nature has profound implications for our well-being and the health of the planet. Reconnecting with nature can help us rediscover a sense of balance and harmony. Building community initiatives that focus on sustainability can foster a sense of shared purpose and collective well-being. By addressing these dimensions of alienation, we can work towards a more inclusive and harmonious society. Capitalism thrives on competition and profit. This drive for efficiency creates a system where individuals are valued for their economic output. In this environment, worth is measured by productivity. This focus on economic value can overshadow our humanity. We become numbers, statistics, and interchangeable parts. The pressure to perform can lead to a sense of being trapped in endless work. This dehumanizing aspect of capitalism is central to Marx's critique. When defined by economic roles, we lose sight of our inherent worth. We become alienated from our creativity, passions, and capacity for empathy. The things that make us human are sidelined for economic gain. Capitalism's appetite for growth leads to exploitation, harsh working conditions, and environmental degradation. The pursuit of profit often comes at the expense of well-being and sustainability, deepening alienation and highlighting inequalities. Amidst this alienation, movements strive for change, reminding us that collective humanity can challenge capitalism's dehumanizing aspects. Alienation impacts our mental, emotional, and physical health. It creates loneliness and disconnection, which can be incredibly damaging over time. Studies show a strong link between alienation and depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. These issues often lead to a downward spiral. The isolation and meaninglessness of alienation can be overwhelming. One alarming consequence is the link to rising suicide rates, especially in industrialized nations. Disconnection from work, community, and self can make life feel purposeless. This hopelessness can make suicide seem like the only escape. Addressing alienation's root causes and building inclusive communities is crucial. Fostering belonging and purpose can mitigate its effects and reduce suicide rates. Creating spaces where people feel valued can make a significant difference. Prioritizing mental health